Hello, welcome to another episode of Subject to Change. I'm Sarah.
I'm Amy.
And I'm, again, the monkey in the middle.
Woohoo!
Yeah, you heard it. That's Amy.
Yay.
Hi, Amy.
Hi.
That's Aunt Amy to you.
Yeah, Aunt Amy.
Hey, sister.
Hi, brother.
Soul sister, soul sister. Is that what it is? Sisters and whatnots.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're, Amy volunteered to come in and be the other blonde in our...
Actually, it matches our logo. She's got the bun. Oh, wait, no, I'm the mom bun. Never mind, sorry.
Oh, well, no one knows.
Yeah, no one
I
knows.
didn't
That's
know that.
fine. Yeah, I was the mom bun. That was supposed to be me. And Mallory always had her hair down, so that's why I made it the way I did.
Well, I can be the mom bun now.
It's fine. Yeah, we could both be mom buns.
I'm still the monkey in the middle.
Yeah, that doesn't
So there
change
you
it. Well, this is our second episode of season 2. As always, make sure to like, follow, and subscribe on to our YouTube channel, Instagram, and Facebook. I gave up on TikTok.
Oh, really? You're not posting anything?
I'm posting. I just give up on it. It's going to go away soon anyway.
Hmm.
I still post, but I don't hope.
Well, we do appreciate that. And we appreciate you, listeners. But just,
Yes, we
like
do.
she said, make sure to
Absolutely.
like, follow, and subscribe. That's the most important. And tell your
Yes.
friends.
Tell your friends. Share, 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 share.
And if we're boring and not making you have any fun, then call in. Wait, we don't
Yeah.
have phones.
I mean, we
Ooh,
have,
you
but
should
we
start
get
taking
FaceTime.
callers.
We could take callers. I've got
Oh.
FaceTime
Well, we could do
and
that.
like
We should.
Facebook Messenger, video, audio.
Oh, that'd be sweet. Actually,
Yeah.
that'd be really cool.
Yeah,
So
that would
tell
be
your
cool.
friends to call in and talk about
Yeah.
stuff.
Let's
We'll
just,
talk about it.
That'd be such a fun episode. Let's call random people.
We can make that happen.
Yeah.
That'd
we
be
could do
fun.
All right.
Yeah. So today's podcast is sponsored by, I'm going to let Sarah talk about, we have 2 sponsors.
Me too.
I'll talk about mine. Well, talk about yours. It's whatever.
What do you mean it's whatever? It was so good. I would like to say it's sponsored by the Masters, Roy McIlroy.
Rory.
Rory. It's Rory. It's
Rory.
Rory. I can't say it.
Rory. Rory.
I
Say
just
it.
call it Roy. It's
Roy.
easier.
I'm sure he appreciates that.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, no, he finally got his green jacket, so that was enough for a career Grand Slam.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he.
That was awesome. He's young, too, isn't he?
He youngish. He
They're all young.
Yeah.
first appeared in the Masters 11 years ago, and he always comes up short. And he just every year he comes back. It was a nail biter. It was really good. It
That's
was really
awesome.
good.
It's kind of
That's
half
so
watching
awesome.
it at a restaurant.
I may have cried for him when he picked up his little girl and like started hugging her and he was crying. I was
Oh,
like,
he's married. Okay.
Oh yeah.
That's good because,
Yeah.
I really liked him when he first came in. And then all of a sudden he just like bulked up and
Yeah.
he was doing a lot of promotional things. And I thought it was just with multiple women and all that.
No, he's been married since I think like 17.
Because then his game went down a little bit. I think he had to
Yeah,
figure out how to deal with a woman. And
Yeah, and he was
Like
also
golf.
on that Netflix show like Full Swing,
don't
and
we all?
yeah, he was on there. But
Do you think she goes like, if he goes, honey, I gotta go practice golf. She goes like, that's not where you're going.
I don't know.
If the wife ain't happy, ain't nobody happy.
She looks happy. It's supportive. I mean, I would
Well.
too if my husband made, what do they say, 800 million pounds is his worth because he's Irish.
Oh.
Yeah, so he goes by pounds for his net worth.
All right, well, it's probably like $800 million and $1 in American money now.
But yeah, it was very good. It was really good. So
$800 million, that's a lot.
that's a lot. Yeah.
Well, I'm sponsoring the podcast by El Magnifico and Secured Lender. 2 horses in race 5 at Keeneland, the only race that I won.
Oh,
while down there.
Congratulations.
Good
That's
job.
awesome.
I won $12 on a $6 bet.
That is awesome. You doubled your money.
converted to 800 million
Yeah.
pounds.
And I probably spent $462 on liquor and
Well,
whatever.
Pay for some of the tip.
It was good to get a win. Gita won like the first 4 races, I think. Yeah.
Nice.
I know. I was getting complicated on the bets, but it was fun to watch her get like really into the stats and everything. I just go with the name.
Yeah.
was that her first time?
Yeah, first time at Keeneland and probably at a horse track. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. Keeneland's fun. It's really cool. It's high. To me, it's just prettier than Churchill Downs.
Mm-hmm.
But people do the same thing. Everyone was dressed up. it's really cool. I mean, there's lots of people that go, and it's just fun to see the outfits, and guys are wearing like spring colors. They're not as much on the hats there.
Okay.
They did sell them. There were probably a few. Like I saw maybe 20 or so people, women with hats on. I wore like a cool little hat. But then Geeta was looking at them. They were for sale there, and she was like, "Oh my God, they were like $400." She goes, "We're gonna go home and have a craft day. We can make these things."
I was gonna say you could probably make them
For sure. So for the Derby, we'll definitely have a craft day and make those.
Are you having a Derby party this year?
No.
No, I didn't think we do it no more.
Yeah, because nobody shows up. I get this big party, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, party." I think no, not really many people are into it. So, yeah, thinking of going up to the lake and go to Thirsty Pony.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, because I do a betting there. But I do love it, though. It's just fun for me. So Keeneland's a good one. I highly recommend. Yeah, anyway, so that's what today's episodes are sponsored by. Yes, life does mock me. Wow, I have lots of things to talk about since the last time.
There's a list.
So, one, as Amy, you didn't get to experience, but our elevator in this building has been down for like a month. That's crazy. I mean, we have 2 elevators, but the one's been down for over a year. And then the second one went down.
God answered my prayers today because I was like, I really.
It's a rough
I
trek.
still walked because I didn't want to get stuck.
Yeah, I came up all out of breath. I'm like, what'd you walk? The elevator works.
Thanks for telling me.
Yeah. Anyways, so it's such a pain in the ass, and it is a long walk, and there are people in this building that are somewhat handicapped and they need the elevator. So of the maybe 10 tenants in this building of 12 stories, he was complaining because he has a worker that she just won't take the stairs. So she doesn't come into work. I mean, that'd be so frustrating.
Right.
So then they finally posted something where call this number and they'll take you up the freight elevator. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck them. I'm going to call them every day. And every time I need an elevator. So I did call. The first time I started doing that was like 2 PM. Nobody answered. Like, well, there's that.
Is it a bigger elevator, the freight
elevator? It's like right over here. Yeah, and it's like one of those old school, like the guy has to like crank a thing.
Oh my gosh.
And then it goes up, and then you're seeing the wall going. Like there's no gate or anything. Like it's open. Oh yeah.
Anxiety. Yeah, never.
And then to open at the floor, he has to manually open.
Oh.
And there's like a clamshell door, like they open up.
No.
Like
my
a clamshell.
gosh.
Yeah,
Thanks.
he's like, have a nice day. I'm like, and he's got a chair in there. So I'm like, is this all you're doing? He goes, yeah, I can't wait till this thing gets fixed and get back to my normal job. Now,
Really
how old is this building?
it was built in like 1926, I think. So it's an old building, and everything's original. And I've had the owner in my office, and he just complains about elevator companies and how they're ripping everyone off. And I kind of I get it because I live in a building too, and was on the board, had to deal with elevator repair companies, and they are horrible. I mean, they're all horrible, and they're experiencing what's happened in America today, and that's there's so much cash because the stock market is not great, but there's so much cash, like people are just investing, just buying up any company. So any service company, and think about it. How many buildings with elevators and everything? It's a great business. So they're buying up all these, but then the service has just gone to hell and whatever. I mean, I get it, dude, but fix the elevator, whatever.
Doesn't make me feel better about getting in an elevator.
Yeah. Well, supposedly we have a state department that checks all these things, but Lord knows, what's happening. Apparently they were here. Anyways, so they finally find some. First there was some dude from Tennessee that came. He couldn't fix it. And they got someone else from some other state that came, and then he fixed it. Finally, supposedly one day, and the owner, I heard. See, I get all the scuttlebutt from all the maintenance guys.
Yeah.
And one of the maintenance guys, his name is Willie.
Willie.
And
Willie?
he is a Willie. This guy.
Not Will.
Nope, it's Willie.
Willie.
Hey, Bryon, I fixed that elevator over there. I'll tell you what. I mean, that's how it is. Tatted all over.
Willie.
Oh yeah, he's a winner. Smoking. I see him every morning down there. He's got coffee and smoking. Now, Willie around Christmas time started, makes his own moonshine.
Oh.
So he brought in some moonshine for me at Christmas.
Okay.
It's like an apple cider flavored or something like that.
All the people who make homemade moonshine make the apple kind.
Yeah.
It's like it's a staple.
Like, this is the kind of guy though. Like, I'm on a conference call in my office. Hey, Bryon. He's like, got some moonshine for you. I'm like, on a call. It gives me the moonshine.
Like some of us really have jobs.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of jealous. I kind of want his job. Like,
What is his job?
I'd be doing
his
moonshine.
maintenance here?
Yeah, like maintenance.
Oh, okay.
He's drinking
Building
moonshine. Nice.
superintendent. Well, he allegedly says he doesn't drink, but
Oh.
So did you try the moonshine?
I did try that one. It was pretty good, actually.
Okay.
But yeah, it's very alcohol. Like, just give me a bottle of rubbing alcohol with some apple juice.
Right,
That's
pretty much.
pretty much what I drank.
Oh.
But now apparently he's just expanding and he's making all these different flavors and he just brings them in for me.
Willie's moonshine.
Willie's moonshine.
Dang.
Coming into the office.
Willie's.
And then I just let it sit there, and alcohol evaporates faster than water, so it's like gone in like 3 hours. Just evaporates.
Really?
So, yeah.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Huh.
So I don't drink it. So anyways, back to the elevators. So anyways, he tells me that they found this guy from Kentucky. He came up here and he's over in David's office right now. They're going to try and hire him. I'm like, hire him full time? Yeah. I'm like, first off, I'll say his name, David Bischoff, because it sucks here. And everybody knows it. David Bischoff won't spend a penny to hire anybody, let alone just an elevator guy. He's probably going to make him maybe he's going to make him ride up and down the elevator when they're broke or something. Hey, that's a good idea, actually.
Why
You
would you do
motivate
that?
the guy to,
Oh, yeah.
oh, you can't fix the elevator? Well, guess what? You're going to man the freight elevator all day.
That's a nice punishment.
How boring would that be? That guy was so ready to go home. So anyway, well, it's fixed now. And I don't know if they hired this guy. I haven't got the scuttlebutt, so stay tuned on that one.
I still don't trust it.
Yeah, this one is bad. But you didn't go in it.
No, I'm
The
taking
mirrors
the
are really
steps.
clean. There's like mirrors on the door. They're
Yeah.
super clean now.
Oh, well, that's nice.
It makes me feel a lot better.
You're
Maybe he
always
cleaned
gonna
it with the
take the steps?
moonshine.
You're always going to take the steps?
I guess I'm going to have to.
Nope. I don't want to. It's way too much.
Six
Way
stories. That's, I mean, think about it. It's a lot.
But it's
It's
only
a
once a
lot.
week. I can, it's
Yeah,
fine.
I was doing it daily and it sucked.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, I mentioned I travel, went down to Keeneland. I got a couple things on that one. My segment's going to be a little bit. You guys are going to have to listen to my shit.
Yeah. Damn it, Dad.
Well, come in. There's going to be opportunity to come in and, relate. So,
Regulate.
so I went down to Lexington, Kentucky for a physics conference. Yes, they have those things. And the hotel, it's a regional chapter. It's Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio chapter of the American Association of Physicists in Medicine. And we stayed at the Campbell House. Really cool. Like, probably, I don't know, it's an old hotel now. It's a Curio
Campbell?
Hilton.
You say camel.
Campbell.
Okay.
Campbell House. Really cool. Everything down there is horse themed, which is really fun. Anyways, so I always try to outsmart the hotel. And I have the app, right? So I'm on the Hilton app, and it's like, ooh, we picked a room for you. Now, first off, rule number one in a hotel, never take a first floor room, right? Because you don't know, you could be right next to the,
Yeah.
morning breakfast, the bar, the conference
I see.
rooms.
Okay.
Or smoking
Yeah.
rooms if it's out of. I mean, they still have smoking
Yeah,
rooms.
maybe in Kentucky, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, that was the one they gave me. I'm like, nah. So there was a couple on the second floor, and then I'm trying to be strategic and pick like a room that isn't next to another room, or something on a corner. Then I have to look at I get on Google Earth and see like the overview, like, well, which side of the hotel, because they kind of give you a diagram when you check in
So
on the
bougie.
thing. No, it's about when you travel a lot. These are the things. So I don't want to be next to the highway, because I've been that too.
Expert traveler.
Like, you pick a room on the highway side, you ain't sleeping. All you're going to hear is trucks doing their Jake brakes.
Not when you have a fan app.
Yeah.
I
And a
do
sound
that.
machine.
Now I have
My
that.
sound machine, pretty legit. Can't.
Well,
hear
I have
anything.
that too. But I'm still in the habit of...
That's not good enough. Apparently.
Wait, the sound machine what?
No, the sound machine. You can't hear anything. Like anything.
So it's like a noise canceling sound machine.
Pretty much. Yeah.
It cancels Jake
I have
brakes.
I have 12 white noise options and then 12 fan options.
Oh, I love it.
Mhm. Yeah.
Wow.
It's really nice.
I know, it is nice.
I have to have a fan when I sleep.
Me too.
So anyways, this diagram didn't have... I do too. I've gotten used to it too. I use my little Sonos speaker that I bring with me. So this diagram had a couple rooms on it. There was only like 3 rooms available. So it was packed. And it's Keeneland. Keeneland only runs April and October. So every weekend it's pretty crowded in Lexington. So the hotel's sold out, but they have these rooms. So I find the one like, okay, no one's next to it. It doesn't look like anything. Maybe it's ice machine. That's cool. I can deal with that. But no one else is next to it. So I'm like, cool, I picked it. Well.
Oh, Lord.
First off, we get there late at night. We get in and like turn on the lights. And, I always check my view. And so I open the curtain and I'm like, oh, it's really dark. I don't know. Maybe I just don't see anything.
Well,
so that's one thing. Second, it's right next to the elevator. So all night long, we're hearing the elevator noise and like, going up, going down, dings, calling the elevator. I'm such an idiot. So then next morning, I'm like, I got to get up for the conference. I set the alarm at 7:30. I'm like, man, it is fucking dark outside. Because sometimes I'll wake up and kind of know, like, based on how light it is, what time it is.
It's a wall.
Yeah. Yes.
It is.
It was pitch black. We were like, man, if you want to sleep all day,
no kidding.
No kidding. Except if you had the noise, if you have a sound machine, you put that on and you'd be sleeping.
Oh,
yeah. Dead to the world.
Man, that'd be the perfect room for me.
Yes, 100%.
So that was and that hotel, it was big, but not. And it was maybe because it was only 3 stories, but covered up. It was like massive, sort of like, the Chase Center up here in Polaris. It's like houses 10,000 employees, and it's like all over the place. So yeah, it took me a good couple trips to the room to figure out how to get downstairs and to the office and to the conference rooms and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I guess I can skip a couple of these. Let's see, but I do want to.
It's a lot, man.
I do want to say so. Maybe this isn't relatable to people. I don't know. Maybe some of our listeners might go to a conference, or maybe you're talking to somebody. So soft talkers. I mean, when we have regular conversations, but during this conference, they're giving technical stuff, and I'm interested in it. I want to hear. And this one guy is up there. He's great. I know him. He's a Chinese guy. He's super smart. And he's doing some really good work. But literally, this would be. So and I'm not going to mimic a Chinese accent. That'd be really bad of me to do. So anyways, he goes, well, this is how we collected the data. This is what we're doing. And it shows that we're going to hold over to the So you see, I'm like,
you missed like a whole sentence.
Yeah, every time he was saying something important. Yeah.
Oh, and why do you have to go away from the microphone?
And the other thing is they didn't have it set up like each presenter had to hold the microphone.
Oh.
So some of them were into it. There was this one woman from, she was a student, but she was giving a good presentation. She had it right up here like this. Like it was awesome. Yeah. Some people were just like, they held it like they're unaware that there's a microphone there. But then he would do hand motions. That was a problem. So he goes, and then as soon as his hand would move away, is exactly when he was trying to emphasize something with his hands or something, but he didn't realize he was holding the mic. I'm like, dude,
you get headsets.
I can't hear.
That wouldn't be a good situation for me because I hand talk.
I
would need like one of those headset microphones.
With the microphone coming out in front.
Yeah.
I know, just ill prepared.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my complaint in the thing. So
maybe the conference should have more options for people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what if? Yeah, if you're hearing impaired and all that stuff. Yeah. I think people just
or if you just like
they
to
go there for the
hands.
continuing education and they're just like
they're like
we
whatever.
can't hear them, but we're not going to say
we don't care.
And you have Dad over here like I'm genuinely interested in what you're talking about.
I have on here American. Honestly, if you go to Lexington, go to the American. It's just great. It's a classic. It's an old house, and then they've expanded and made it into a restaurant. They have the best fried chicken. I swear to God, the best fried chicken you'll ever eat.
I've been there. Really? Yeah.
You've been to the American?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's great, right?
It is really good.
And they have all the non-racist little jockey guys.
Yeah.
Where you used to hold it. And, but it's named for every horse that won.
It's really cool.
Triple Crown, I think.
Yeah.
Like Merrick was one of the horses.
We used to go down to Red River Gorge a lot because my grandma had cabins down there.
Yeah,
So Lexington was a nice stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. American is awesome. We closed the restaurant. We had reservation at 7:15. We closed the restaurant down. We were having a great time. It was
Yeah.
super fun. But super cool place. Super cool. But it was kind of funny because I think, that's one of the nicer restaurants in Lexington apparently. And it's just like, the food your grandma makes kind of thing. So,
Home
their
cooked,
bread pudding.
like-
So good. Their bread pudding was
Kentucky
so
bread
good.
pudding is just good.
So good.
Yeah.
But then she goes, our specials are halibut. I'm like, halibut?
Yeah.
I'm in Lexington, Kentucky. Like, I want fried chicken and fried green tomatoes.
I forget where Sammy and I took a girls' trip down there to see horses and stuff. But there was a historical place we went to.
Restaurant?
No, it had like a really pretty memorial garden. Not a memorial, but a garden.
Isn't it called like the horse farm or something like that?
No, we did go to the horse farm where you could see all of the but it was I think it was an old plantation home maybe, but the gardens were really pretty. They had a whole house. It was really neat. I forget what it was called though.
It's a cool
Lexington's
area.
a pretty cool town.
It really is. It's not far from here.
Yeah, but
really
I made
cool
the mistake of getting an Airbnb on campus.
Oh, what was wrong? Parties?
Yeah, just a lot of college kids. A lot of loud noises. Sammy wasn't. It was just loud.
Well, she better get used to it.
I know, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Don't remind me.
Kind of cool. We went to church for Palm Sunday. We just picked a random church, and it happened to be the Catholic church on campus. And, I'm like Jason Bourne. I like look at everything and everything around. And then we're at Keeneland, and one of the students that I had met at another conference and was down there, and he's like, "Yeah, we'll be at Keeneland," and came down to. They were up in the seats. I was down in the general admission. I like to experience general admission at the horse track. I don't want to be pretentious. And anyway, so he brings this whole brood down of people, and then one of them, like one of the women, turns out to be his roommate. It's like two guys and her, and I'm like, were you in the choir at the church? And she's like, oh my gosh, yes. And they said they were all at church that day.
Oh,
I'm like, that's so funny. Like all you guys, all the medical physics students and all that were at the same church. I didn't see you guys.
That's cool.
I'm sure I wonder why they didn't see us. We got in late, and they did this little palm thing, like marching into the church and everything. And it was pretty cool. So, okay. I know I'm talking a lot, and
no, it's fine because last week you were so tired. I don't think you were going to make it.
Oh yeah, I was pretty tired last week. All right. Okay, me again.
It's not all about you, Dad. It's
kind of. Who are you guys?
Man.
I know, Amy. You usually come in and you have stuff to say about things
weird
and
news.
whatnots. No, I mean if I'm saying something like I was trying to think of something that would be. Oh, maybe in this one we'll have some stuff we can talk about. Okay. All right, so I think we're gonna try to change this from weird news to news you can use. So
this picture is classic.
Yes. So I'll explain to the listeners what this picture is. It's a picture of, I'm assuming it's a man. I don't know. It's a person that maybe is trying to take a dump outside at a campsite or what he's doing, but he's squatting. But then there's a big red, like, no doing this. So anyways, the National Lightning Safety Council is now dispelling the myth that crouching during a thunderstorm is safe. It's
I
not
didn't even
safe.
know that was a thing.
I didn't either. That's a tornado.
It's duck and cover.
Like, we had a tornado drill at school the other day, and all the kids have to get down.
What, do you get under their desk? That's what I was going to ask.
We
Once you
didn't
get
do
under
that
your
at
desk.
work, though. We had to go, like, just stand in a corner on all the printing machines that are, like, old. Like, if this got us, like, we'd be killed by the printers, not the tornado.
Right. Heavy printers.
It's like in the movie, the Twister, when you like go into the shed with all the knives and the sickles and stuff like
let's
that.
go in that shed. It's safe.
You're a government employee, right? Yeah, exactly. Hello, federal workers. We are doing a tornado drill. Please proceed hastily to the equipment room.
Where you will be very
But if
safe.
the printers are gone now,
bombs
so
and weapons.
they have cleaned those out. So thankfully, it feels safer.
But no, I think I never heard that for a thunderstorm.
No.
A lightning.
Neither have I to crouch.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I thought in tornado you get under your desk too, but they
Yeah,
don't
you're
desks
supposed
anymore.
to. Yeah.
Well, it depends where the classroom is. If it's windows around, or like our students have to go.
Well,
in
and
the
that's what
hallway.
like cubicles. There's no windows. Why wouldn't I get underneath my desk?
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
I just remember, I think League Street Elementary School in Norwalk, Ohio. We had to go to the basement, and it was just
it's
a
like a
cave
dungeon.
down there.
Oh,
And then you're with like 400 students, and there's always the smelly this person and that person, and you're like, this is fucking gross.
Right.
We'd go in the hallway and duck and cover.
Yeah.
In school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was central.
Yeah.
If the hallway's center now, all of them
Yeah.
are along the outside. I don't know.
See, our
Yeah.
hallways are center.
But
That's
this
why-
is weird.
that's why
I've
we
never. This is totally like tornado safety.
So lightning.
Lightning.
But it makes me think of all the other shit that they put us through as kids. You know, yeah, I know there's like weather safety thing, but I was talking to somebody. Oh, I was talking to my team today, and actually my support person has a tote bag that has one of these. Remember the Iowa tests?
Yes.
She has a tote bag with one of those like answer sheets on it. She goes, only
Scantron?
people.
A Scantron?
Scantron, yeah.
The Scantrons. Oh my gosh.
And it got me thinking, aren't we like, those are probably like social experiments, maybe PhD students, and we're all stressed out taking them. Like, oh my god, we gotta know what we're learning and what blah blah blah. But were they real?
Scantrons?
No, like they would.
Yeah, the tests. Like, what did they do with them?
That's all I took for tests in high school and middle school.
You just fill out those little
Scantrons for like
Did
you
you
had
take
the
a short
paper
bus to
test.
school, too?
No, I had, but my bus driver drove crazy.
No, that's all the tests. You guys
But you
didn't
had
have,
the
like,
paper
word problems or
test,
anything?
and then we had the paper test. So that's where the word problems would be, and then we do a Scantron for all the other ones.
Really?
Yeah, and then you watch them
How
put it
many
through
were
the
in your
little
graduating
machine.
class? Like 75?
125. Yeah, Granville.
Well, that's Norwalk. I had 116
Yeah.
in mine, I think.
I had
Yeah.
like 180.
Wow,
Jeez.
maybe your class was bigger.
Yeah.
I felt like I was like 120.
Yeah,
maybe
but
not.
you know, if you didn't know it, I would just start
Maybe I
creating.
was 125. Maybe that's it. I was number 125.
No, you weren't.
But to be safe, I would always just make a design on the Scantron to see what it.
We talked
on
about that.
average, I'd get a C. So I mean, you can still pass.
We talked about it, yeah. Hey, that's cool. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, I'm
If you
just
don't
gonna.
know, or say if you don't know the answer, always pick C.
Oh, I thought it was B.
Really?
Yeah,
C
I
or
don't know.
B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which means it doesn't matter.
Right.
Another thing we did at League Street, I remember, they made us chew these things, and maybe it's just to single out a few kids, but chew these things to show where you're not brushing your teeth correctly.
Really?
Yeah, we
What?
would. I remember just as a class, they'd be like, "Okay, take these tablets." I swear to God, I think they did like drug experiments on us and all that kind of stuff. Take
I don't
these tablets
remember
and
that.
tell us where it's dyed. You're not brushing your teeth correctly. That stuck in my
What?
head, and I'm like, I don't want that dye to like show up the next time I do it at class.
Wow.
be that
I don't,
kid.
I don't ever remember that.
The kind of shit we used to... See, you guys talk about how bad it was for you guys. Come on.
Oh,
What was your
what?
what was your third grade teacher's name?
Mrs. Kreider.
You remember that? Isn't that great?
Was it Kreider? I think so, yeah.
Mine was Miss Pesco.
Debbie Pesco?
No,
Pisco.
you're Pis. That's I think of Pisco. I think. Yeah.
What's the first thing that comes to your mind with third grade? Ready, go.
I don't.
Nothing comes to mind?
Uh,
Wow. Third grade.
I got bit by a dog.
See? I remember
I went to
we
Disney.
had coat rooms and we had a Halloween thing in
Oh,
there.
I remember
And
the
I remember
coat rooms.
third grade doing that. Like that
Coat
was so, and you
rooms.
like stick your hand here and it's brains and it'd be like spaghetti.
Yes.
You put your hand in the things.
I mean, I do remember always being grossed out by boys in my class. Like that was the prime grade
That's
for
such
like
a man.
cooties.
Cootie.
And,
See, you
like-
young kids, you weren't able to do stuff. Like we had coat rooms that you could close off and make into a Halloween thing. That wouldn't fly these days.
Oh,
No.
God, no.
Parents would be
No
like,
way.
My child had to be subjected to the dark and something scary.
Now he'll forever be damaged. Forever.
Oh, sorry, YouTubers. I'm gonna keep hitting it.
PTSD.
Yeah. Anyways, so.
Exposure.
Anyways, back to
It's important.
back to the lightning.
Wait, I love the bottom of the article. When thunder roars, go indoors.
Oh, that's
Oh man, you're
awesome.
beating my punchline.
I'm so sorry. I just read it. I had to say
Yeah,
it.
that is good when it roars.
Vehicles with open tops are not considered safe.
Oh, are you kidding? That's weird.
You shouldn't be driving with it open when it's raining and thundering anyway.
All right. Anyways, we'll go back to the data.
Okay.
This is actually published in Popular Science, which is a magazine like Popular Mechanics, Popular Science. I try to reference periodicals, not reference Facebook. So, anyways,
Is this really news you can use, like, for real?
yeah. So you can stop
just don't
can stop
crouch.
crouching.
Oh, thank God.
Because we were before.
I can't wait
'Cause
for the next
Amy-
thunderstorm, so I don't have to do this anymore. I'm so excited.
You've been so stressed out.
I know. It's crouching, especially after my knee replacement. I was like, how am I going to crouch?
How am I going to
now?
crouch? I should complain to the National
Right.
the National Lightning Safety Council.
Why didn't they have lightning drills in school?
Well, because you're already inside, goofball.
Oh, yeah.
And they wouldn't let you go out for a recess if there was a storm coming. And they didn't really have a radar. They probably had Willie, the janitarian that'd be sitting on the ring going, I think it's going to rain. Attention students, recess will be held indoors today. Everyone's like, no!
That was always the worst.
Oh, so bad.
Anywho, so they estimate that 20 to 30 people are killed by lightning in the U.S. yearly, and in fact, in 2024 there was 12, so a little under. So maybe people are taking heed to the warnings.
Actually, crouching.
But what's really cool, I think, 'cause and then but listen, small sheds, rain shelters, and vehicles with open tops. You said that are not considered safe, but sheds, I would have thought a shed would be okay, but. I guess the lightning will hit it and that'll just go.
Do not touch.
Yeah,
corded
once you're
phones.
inside, don't touch anything that's plugged into an electrical outlet.
Corded phones.
Don't touch any plumbing.
Corded phones.
still have
And
those?
do not touch corded phones.
Do we still have those?
No.
And that's all in caps. So that's
Yeah,
serious.
like
I
it's
get
in
that,
caps.
I get that.
Serious.
And then it says, do not lie on the floor of a garage.
Why?
Concrete.
What?
I guess there might be rebar. Well, yeah, maybe. But there's probably, maybe.
I never really think about lightning.
Yeah, I don't either. I just want to take a picture of it.
Till you're struck. So I just want to show this kind of graph is kind of cool, actually. I tried to put it. Oh wait, that's just a video. Okay, here we go. A graph of so Amy, this is a bell curve. When the thunderstorm's overhead, your risk is high.
Oh.
Your exposure risk. When they're approaching, what's this other graph?
That is.
Oh, being outside. No, what is this? What is this graph? I don't know. Oh, your lightning casualties happen just before the thunderstorm's overhead and just after the thunderstorm departing. So the message is wait 30 minutes after the thunderstorm before you go back outside.
That's why at the
Use,
pool.
you can use.
At the pool, at sporting events, that's why they say every 30 minutes.
30 minutes after the last lightning strike. That's what they
So
do
we
say
don't
that.
die.
Well, maybe they know more than we do. Well, now it's news you can use.
News you can use. I love this.
News you can use.
It's real life suggestions.
Totally.
Subject to change. This makes me want to take a nap. You shut me off.
Uh-oh.
Storm.
Oh.
We'll try the music here. All right. Take it off mute. It's kind of probably my favorite Doors song.
It's a
I
good
don't
song.
think I've heard it.
Oh.
You've never heard Riders on the Storm?
I don't know,
Wow.
maybe.
Yeah, great tune.
Yeah. I
It's
actually.
like 12 minutes long. I don't know. I
Oh.
guess 7 minutes. For its day, they didn't allow that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to add actually to news you can use because you can kind of use this, something I found out yesterday. So, you know how when you upload your DNA to like Ancestry?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I knew that because
that's how I found you.
Even though is my DNA on it?
No.
Yeah, thank God.
No.
I know, because then they try and clone me. And
yeah, they'll just clone me. It's fine.
That's all we need. That was your line, Amy. Oh, that's all we need.
That's all I need.
Spelled weird.
Yeah.
So weird.
So, my sister shared with me an article from Reddit. Reddit's actually like low-key, like a pretty cool
yeah,
site.
Alex is a big Reddit.
Yeah, like you can get some.
it.
I go there sometimes for some questions, like weird ass medical questions that I need to know. But whatever, it's beside the point. Anyway, so she sends me this thread that's about if you take your raw DNA data, because you can go on there, access your file, which I already have because I used it to upload it to other DNA sites, just in when I was trying to find you, and so you take it and you upload it to this genetic site, and it tells you risk factors of like genetic mutations, and it also tells you like possible reactions to different types of drugs, and then rarities, stuff like that. So one in particular that really, because she was talking about it because ADD runs really big in the family. And the gene, in short, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that thing, but in short, it's spelled MTHFR, so it's the mother effer gene.
So now that is news I could use. So if I run into someone that says I have ADHD, oh, you have the mother effer gene?
You have the mother effer gene. Well, it's like a subtype of like, some people, not all people with ADD have it. So if you have it, there's receptors to genetically like folic issues. So
what's that mean?
it's like your
my nose hair is growing.
no, I don't know what that is, but what pertained to me was the mental health aspect. So I have the mother effer gene, and it is a what's the word I'm looking for? Like a predecessor for like anxiety and depression.
Wow.
So it's genetic. It's genetic. It's not in my
Okay.
head. But I know it's accurate because there's an iron deficiency in there, and I am iron deficient. I also learned I might be susceptible to losing all of my vision by the time I'm 70.
By the time
Wow.
you're 70?
Yeah, that's in there. I think that's on my mom's
Well,
side.
we'll mark that down and see if that's accurate.
Yeah.
When you're 70. If I'm still around.
But yeah, it was just, so
Maybe.
I hope,
He'd be like 108.
Yeah, I'm living to 150.
Oh.
Oh, wait, no. I thought you meant you live around to be 70, not me. Oh,
No,
never mind.
I'm around to
I'm
see you
70.
if you're blind. I don't see. I
We
don't
won't
like to
see
look.
you when you're
I don't like to
blind.
look into.
No
my
pun
genetic-
intended.
What'd you say?
We won't see you when you're blind.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. Yeah. So also, it's,
What other things are you gonna die of?
those were the two things I really took away from it. I mean, I do have a rare form of potential Parkinson's disease, maybe.
Oh my God! See, so
But I'm not freaked out by it. Like
I was gonna say, so
the
all this is out there, and it's extrapolating statistical data, which is not scientific.
right.
Hello. I mean, statistics can work for us to prove data that we've already measured, but to extrapolate, there's actually an article, well, I won't get into it, but the big thing came out in the Journal of American Medical JAMA, because I don't want to say it all, that something like 5% of the people are gonna, the increase of cancer because of CT scanning in the United States will increase cancer by 5%. It's like, but you're literally extrapolating statistical data. That means it does not mean anything.
That you're gonna
It means
get it.
nothing. Actually.
Yeah.
Right.
And then to publish it in the JAMA just made me lose all respect for them.
Yeah.
So
No,
anywho,
it's just
and that's
stuff
a peer-reviewed journal.
For me, it was more of like, well, especially the drug interaction portion. So like for me, I feel like it'd be a good tool. It may not have all the answers, but it might be a good tool to use if your doctor doesn't know what's wrong with you and they don't care. and you can advocate for yourself. Be like, listen, dude, like, I think it's a good tool to maybe use for that.
I'm all about advocating.
Yeah.
But advocating in a way that it's unfortunate, right or wrong, but to ask the right questions.
Yeah,
correct.
With your
Yeah.
provider. Yeah.
Like, hey, this may not be right, but can we look at this, and this, because you
Or
just don't
ask
want
them,
to?
what do you know about this?
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
can I get it? And I've done that with my cancer. I was just like, well, can I do the genetic testing on this? Because I've read it can be valuable for determining at least staging and all that. And the answer was literally, well, it costs $100 extra. I'm like,
Okay.
yeah, I wanted to pull out $100 because I
Yeah.
don't carry cash, but if I did, I'd pull out $100. I'd be like, here you go, get
Yeah.
this shit. Like it's
Right.
$100. Yeah, of course I want to know.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm helping science.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on.
Yeah. It's really and they make it known like they delete the data after 24 hours, so like it's not going to be sitting.
Don't worry about
whatever.
that.
Like
Again,
I've already given my DNA to Ancestry. Like,
plus, when you're in elementary school, I'm sure they did something where they got something out of you.
oh,
so.
they probably did. But yeah, I just found it. I found it pretty interesting. That's out there. So yeah, use your raw DNA data. So really, the amount of money you spend is kind of worth it. So
Amount of money you spend on.
to get the original DNA test.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like $100.
I saw one of my other news you can use things was going to be they did scientifically prove that we all did come from one mother, supposedly, again, statistical analysis and whatever.
Oh,
but
so
but
Eve?
they were about 50,000 years off though, like from when they knew that they actually have proof that humans existed 50,000 years prior to when the last genetic trace can go back to one woman.
Wow.
But it's kind of, it's kind of crazy. It's cool though.
Yeah.
But it could also be a fault in our DNA sequencing. We're just relying on that DNA sequencing is actually correct. It may not
Science.
be. Science.
Do you want to hear my ADD story?
What?
Because I do think I have it.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't a thing when we were kids.
Yeah.
Right?
I definitely have it.
So I'm in first grade, and all the kids are at recess except my class. So I'm looking out the window, not paying attention to the teacher. And I'm looking out the window, jealous of all the other kids playing in the playground. And I feel this burning sensation on my butt. I was like, oh. And I turn around, and it was the teacher paddled me because I wasn't paying attention.
Oh my gosh.
So guess what I didn't do anymore? Look out the window.
Oh my gosh.
Because I didn't want to feel that sensation anymore.
Oh my god.
There, that cured my ADD.
Wow.
Cured it.
Wow.
Done.
Wow.
Nope.
I know. I was shocked.
Because you know what?
I-
Also, genes and DNA, they can change.
Yeah.
It's called,
Yeah. I
natural
mean,
selection.
I feel like I have a mild form, but I'm not ADHD. Like, I have a very mild form of it, I believe, but nothing that's worth looking
I'm
into.
squirrel every day.
Oh, me too.
But I agree with you. Like, yeah, just a good whooping. There's a South Park.
Or like
thing.
our
We'll
dad
play one time.
would say, go ahead and stick your finger in that light socket. See what happens. See what happens, because I guarantee you will never, ever do it again. Right?
Yeah.
Right? So
Yeah.
What do I do?
we
Stick
didn't
my tongue in there.
wear helmets with our bicycles.
No.
Well, now that, come on. Everyone should.
I
wear
never
helmets and
did.
bicycles now.
Oh, we didn't.
I never
They
did.
will protect you.
I know, but we didn't when we were kids.
No, hell no.
Right?
I still know what I'm the best part.
What?
Just don't tell my kids.
Okay.
Huh. I don't really do anything that requires a helmet anymore because boring.
Because I'm sedentary.
I don't do anything
I'm a
that's-
lazy boy.
I don't do anything that
Exactly.
requires a helmet.
I
That's
don't
going to
have
be
a lazy
my new,
boy,
my new,
but I have.
my new. I'm going to put that under my email address. Regards.
That's
I
a
don't do
good
anything
t-shirt
that
idea.
requires a helmet.
That's a really good
Ever.
t-shirt idea. I don't do anything that requires a helmet.
Like, I want to get the bumper sticker that says 0.0.
I gotta admit, that's gotta
I've
be.
seen that.
Oh man, because I'm
So
still working on
that's
our
my new
merch.
bumper sticker.
Yeah.
I don't do anything that requires a helmet. That's why I love it. Love it.
That's great. That's great.
And you just said it so nonchalantly. You're like, I don't do anything that requires a helmet. Wait, that's the best line
Wow.
I've ever heard in my
Yeah,
life.
that's like in the Forrest Gump movie when the guy invented the smiley t-shirt
Yes.
because he wiped it. Forrest Gump wipes his face on it. Like, oh, look at this.
That's it.
I heard he
Shit
sold
happens.
those.
I'm patenting it right now. It's copyright.
do
I heard he
Nobody's
made a lot of
taking
money
it.
on them t-shirts.
Wasn't it like it looked like the Walmart smiley face when Walmart came out too? And that, is that what it was? Or that was just like the smiley they used for everything?
Yeah, in the 70s, like it was, everyone just had that smiley face on a t-shirt.
Don't do anything that requires it.
I don't do anything that requires it.
Which, I mean, there's so many things you can say for that. Like, I don't ride a motorcycle.
Scooter.
I don't ride a scooter.
Rock climbing.
Rollerblades.
I don't
climbing.
I don't rock climb. I don't snowboard.
Skiing.
I don't ride a bike. Nope.
No, I got a bike. I just don't ride it.
I don't do anything.
I have cognitive behavior.
I don't do anything that requires a helmet.
Speaking of that, should people in motorized wheelchairs wear helmets? They probably should.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Or...
Well, they don't require them for the scooters that you rent, which, by the way, you see those are all changing now to little bikes. Like
where?
Around here, like they're sitting outside. You don't see any of the stand-up scooters anymore. They're all these...
Good.
I know. I think they're trying to get like, hey, they should look like bikes, so that then use the bike lane.
Right.
People were so reckless on those stupid things.
Yeah. You should wear a helmet on those.
You probably should wear a helmet on those. But what about the ones at like the grocery stores and stuff? I mean, those can be dangerous. Some people can't drive them. Yeah. I tried to drive one when I had surgery on my foot, and I don't know how people do it. Like I was running into stuff all the time, and they have like it was so bad.
Now that you bring those up, I stopped to charge at a Meijer has usually charging stations. I stopped in Cincinnati at this charging station at a Meijer and went in there to get some water or whatever. All of the carts were gone. I'm looking around. There's literally like young people riding these carts in the Meijer. I'm like,
oh my gosh.
Why didn't I think of that? Why didn't I start driving that in the car? With my t-shirt on, says
I don't do anything
that requires wearing a helmet.
All right.
I still think it says mental health madness.
No, it doesn't. I'm not re-recording it either, so take it with what you will. Oh, okay. So this week I want to dive into talking about mindset. It's going to get kind of vulnerable for a minute because I feel like I struggle with this a lot. But so mindset is really something that's important for us in our mental health and our routine, and it affects how we do things and how we think about something positively, how we think about something negatively, how we go about our day. For example, going into traffic, my mindset should be positive every day when I drive to work, but it's not. So usually I have a bad day in the morning, but all jokes aside. So as our listeners know, I've been open about my personal struggles with my mental health and my eating disorder mentality. As I've said before, my action is no longer there, but the effects it has on my mind is still there. And so it's something that I talked about, I think a couple months ago on here, about wanting to change that with some cognitive behavioral therapy. And in that, it's been a nightmare, honestly.
Wait, I'm sorry.
I'm trying to change my mind. Like trying to change the thinking of my mind. And it's been a nightmare because I've tried so many things that, and I want to take like a minute to just share like what goes through my mind. So for example, most recently, I have become more sedentary in my new job. So my body's feeling different. I'm also processing, like I feel like since my body's been out of fight or flight mode for so long, my body's also adjusting to just like resting. So I'm like carrying some physical aspects of that, but also like I know that I've been trying to like lose this weight from my marriage too at the same time, and there's all these factors. But like my friend recommended a podcast that I listened to with Mel Robbins. She had a doctor on there, and it was a woman doctor, and she shares about how women are so different from men in their physical build that our exercise and diet has to be so much different, especially with age. But so many times it's so easy to trust the science that the male brings out. And, you know, so sometimes when couples start dieting and working out together, the women tend to get more frustrated because they're not losing weight as fast, or they're not seeing the results as fast, or whatever. So it was like a whole thing about that. So she mentioned some things to do. And I'm like, wow, like this is it's really good information, but like me, this is how I take it. I take the advice she's giving and I'm like, okay, I have to do this right now. And then I start obsessing about what I'm going to eat, what I'm going to do to work out, adjusting my workout schedule. And it's going through my mind every single day. I can't get it right. I can't do anything. Like, this is me trying something new all the time. This is just the last thing I've tried. And it's not a particular diet. I'm not trying to diet. I'm just trying to get my body back to normal so I feel good about myself. And then, so this is my mind just obsessing and obsessing and obsessing all the time. And I am exhausted. Like, this is just like, I can't even, I don't know. I just feel like I'm just sick of being in this body sometimes. Because my mind just doesn't stop. And I start realizing finally, like, you are really just obsessing about working out, and I don't even work out that much, and I'm obsessing about how I look, and I do it all the time, and I shouldn't care. Like, I should feel fine, but it just never, this stuff has been boggling my brain for so long. I don't know how to get it out. So I can't even take something like that, simple as that, and just go with it. I obsess about it.
Well, I think you pointed out earlier, I was going to say step one is stop researching what DNA causes you this and that and all that kind of thing. Like, so, and I think that's a common thing. I think people, one, there's so much information out there that we have access to that information, and then we use that to just really fuel all of our obsessions and anxiety, like you just talked about, right? So step one would be to stop it. I mean, I kind of said it in jest, but it's also true. Like, we got to stop obsessing about that. Secondly, and here's something, I mean, I'll be vulnerable a little bit. I'm not there, and I've had really deep, serious discussions with Geeta on me as a man, what attracted me. And I think I fell into the trap of the glamour, the beautiful woman and all of this stuff. And I don't know how many men do that, but it's like, that's not really that important. And I don't know, I like what you said about women, that as they get older, they do change, and your metabolism's different. Everything's different than a man. So we cannot compare men and women from that perspective. And look, most men, I mean, I'm at the athletic club. I just started my workout routine again just because it makes me feel better. I do it for mental health more than anything else. It's not anything that I need to, even though I'm getting a nice little beer belly going on, but I don't do it to keep thin or anything. I just do it for my health. So, and I think it's easier for a man to do that. I think that we do need to acknowledge that happens for women, and we should be focused more on, and I would encourage you, and Amy, I've talked to you about this, like, it's all just about really being healthy. So if we feel like we could be healthy and we're not having health problems, then make it more that perspective. But to your point, you have to figure out how do I put that into my life as just another thing that I do, like coming to do the podcast, going to work, taking a shower, all of that kind of stuff should just be a routine thing of doing what you're comfortable and how you do it and you want to do it, and stop reading diets and articles about exercise and what you have to do and VO2 max and all that people get obsessed with. I personally think that the less you worry about that, the better you'll feel about yourself, for one, but secondly, you'll actually motivate yourself in some way, some subconscious way to do it than actually just doing it for a reason.
Yeah. No, and I struggle a lot with the time aspect too, because like it used to be a routine. It was second nature to me, but it's not anymore because life has changed so much. I'm just trying to fit it in there, and now with adjusting it to my new schedule and how that's going to look, and like that's what I worry about so much, and I just get to the point I was like, Like I get lazy, but then I'm like, well, Sarah, now one, like I'm just sick of always thinking about it.
Yeah.
So like I'm trying to change my mindset to be like, screw it, just go with the flow and just like any activity. Like Friday, that's what I did. I was like, I brought up the cheap treadmill I have at home last week because I wasn't walking outside. It was too cold. And I was like, it's Friday night. I wanted to veg out. And I was like, well, your show's on. I'm just going to sit here. I'm like, you know what? Even if we're going like 1 mile an hour, just get on the treadmill and walk. It's something. Like, and then I told myself, it doesn't have to be this set routine every day. No. And by them around all these people, like, did you go to the gym today? What'd you do today? Tomorrow's leg day. It's just like, it drives me. I can't be around fitness people. I can't do it. Like, I thought I could, but I cannot do it because for me, it's unhealthy. As I start to compare, I start to obsess, and then all this toxicity just fuels me again and again and again, and I'm so sick and tired of it. I'm really exhausted. I don't like being this way.
Well, unfortunately, that's our society. I think then it sounds like to me, step one is you got to stop worrying about what other people think.
I know. I say
that
I don't.
No, step one, you got to love yourself.
Yeah.
I know. Amy told me that when I was going through all my issues.
Oh my God. Like that.
I love me personally, but I don't love me physically.
Oh,
yeah.
There's always things you want to change about yourself, but you have to have that core, like you have to love yourself.
Yeah.
You do.
I know, that's such a simple two-word thing, love yourself, but it's also really complicated. So you say you love yourself personally, but there's obviously things that bother you that you don't love. So to me, that's not loving yourself or not knowing yourself, because is that yourself that actually wants to compete or compare with somebody else?
No, I don't want to. It's part of the disease, and that's what people don't understand. Like sometimes we just can't help but.
Are you on any medication? Like, I'm not saying that medication.
No.
I think maybe you should think about it. Like, honest to God, there are some really good medications out there that can help ease that, because stress will kill you.
Oh, I know. Stress.
Mindset will kill you. Yeah. Right? Like, I mean, I don't know. I just think it's not a stigma to be on an antipsychotic medication.
But like, I'm happy. I'm just not. It's a disease.
Well,
it's.
I think the disease of again, I think it's comparing, and then you feel your self-esteem goes down because you compare yourself to other people, and social media allows us to do that.
And then you feel like shit about yourself, and then you go binge eat, because I do that too. I stress eat.
Right. So what I think. That's why I don't have chocolate ice cream in my house.
It's bad. Eat it. I was like, well, screw it. I'll just go buy something. I'll go get it's bad.
But I think, and I always like to think of everyone besides just you, but I'll give you this advice, and I think this applies to other people. I think putting yourself into positions that make you
stress.
Well, no, I'm going to say uncomfortable purposefully, so that you can kind of work on the I don't care. Like, you got to. If you present to 500 people, you got to be on there like, look, I don't care. And it's an anxiety. It's an anxiety for me. If it's not something that I 100% know about and I'm going up presenting something, I'm like, okay, someone's out there and they're gonna think I don't know what I'm talking about and all that kind of stuff. But you have to kind of go through those reps, just like any other reps, to say, I'm going to put myself in a position and I'm just going to walk in and go, I don't care. I don't care what anyone thinks. I don't care what anyone says. I'm just going to block that. It's just, and it's an exercise. It's not going to happen overnight, but I think the more you do that, like, try to go into a wedding that you're not invited to.
Crash it.
Or a party. Chris Eckenrod and I used to do that all the time. Like, just go in there and just say, hey, I know Bob. Yeah, there he is over there. And then you just go in, you eat some food, have a couple of drinks, and you leave. It's like, that's an exercise. I mean, it's a fun, like, prank thing, but it's sort of an exercise of, I don't care what people think about me. And it is the most powerful thing in the world when you can get to a point where you don't care what anyone thinks, what you're doing. And I'm not saying being an asshole, but that anxiety goes away when you just start putting yourself in a position and just focusing on, I don't care what they think.
I had a pastor say once in a sermon, will this matter in 5 years? Ask yourself that question.
Yeah.
Will this matter?
Yeah.
And even say a year, 2 years, 6 months, whatever you want to say, right?
Yeah.
Will this matter?
That's a good point.
Like, will it really matter? I'm stressing all about this, but in 6 months, is that person next to me going to remember that I didn't work out today? I mean, really? Like,
yeah.
Man,
the stress of I hate the stress that I'm carrying every day. Even like on the phone in the mornings, the guy I'm seeing like has to deal with me because I'm always like, well, I look disgusting in this. I don't want to deal. Like I feel bad for him honestly because like I would have left me already because every single day it's a battle. It is. I buy all these cute clothes and I put them on. And I'm like, gross. I don't want to do this today. Like I don't.
I think you need a little medication, Bella. I mean, I'm not saying that's like the cure-all, end-all, but I think you just need something just to kind of
happy pill.
Because I think that some of that's normal too.
Stable.
Like even I go through. I've been experiencing that recently. I put on stuff and I'm like,
I've been
why
experiencing
did I
this
buy
for
that
like
in a medium? I look like.
But Dad, I've been doing this since high school. Like I'm exhausted. Like I haven't loved myself since high school.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying, like, look for ways. I get that.
It's
like
hard.
None of us have felt great.
And that's,
in fact, none of us have felt great since we can remember.
Yeah.
Right? There's always challenges and always things that you're getting beat up for, or someone's making fun of you for, or something like that. Like that's not gonna go away.
Yeah.
So you have to focus more on like, oh, this is all happening to me. To okay, I gotta take control of my life.
Yeah.
You said you love yourself, then you should be able to take control of your
right.
life. If you love yourself, you should be able to take control of your life.
Fair point.
And to Amy's point, and if you can't because it's a chemical imbalance or something in your DNA, there are medications that work for some of these things, and you have to then.
It's that mother effer gene.
I will give medicine advancement to that. I'll give them credit for that. That there are things that we've recognized that are a thing, and we can help. Move those, help us so that we can move along with that medication. Because let's be honest, we Amy and I talk all the time, like how we're raised, whatever. But the medications for our parents was this.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. It was alcohol. Mm-hmm. And that's it. There was no other ones. They'd be like, well, I'm just going to get drunk and get numb and then be an asshole to all my kids and whatever. But now we've advanced and said, oh, no, we can do this with medicine. Mm-hmm. As long as we're on the path of, we got to get off this. And that's my big thing is like long-term exposure to these drugs is not good for us. Mm-hmm. And that's why I think there's a lot of, like Amy said, I got a whack on the butt in the South Park thing where they said, watch, I have a novel idea on how to get kids to study. It's like you smack them upside the head and that kid starts studying, right? Or they learn, actually. The first kid got smacked, the second kid got smacked, the third kid starts studying. Mm-hmm. So like, see, novel.
Well, maybe use it too. Well, the medication can be like just that supplemental distraction from your imbalance to help with the other stuff that you're trying to do too. But
and there's things in your life like again talking amongst everyone can look at and say, I have something in my life that you're not realizing that is a distraction, and you're going through losing your first child, not losing, but leaving the house. Mm-hmm. You're going to be, an empty nester. All that stuff is also playing into it. You're just refocusing that anxiety and stress into something else. So
damn it, because that's probably true. I just don't see it. But I think it all comes back into that mindset thing, because it really is all about them. I may not be there yet, but it's important that we change that mindset. Yeah.
And whether that's
takes time.
Some medication, it takes time. Put yourself in those situations where you're just focused on, I'm not going to care. I'm not going to care. Go into situations where I've been to so many parties, events, fundraising for the company, stuff like that, where it was the most uncomfortable thing in the world. Mm-hmm. And like, they think this of me, they think that of me, but that's the thing you got to put away.
Yeah.
You just got to like go, I don't care. I don't care what they
There
think.
was a time in my life where I was like, I just didn't care. And it felt great, but it was very temporary.
You get it back.
I'll get it back. Yeah.
And again, what you're saying that you're focused on, and to our listeners, is our image is just so driven by our society now. We can't escape that. But we also have to just go, look, as long as I'm healthy and I know I'm healthy physically, then that doesn't matter. Then what's better, horizontal or vertical stripes?
I don't know. I didn't pay attention. I wore a jacket all day. So
you look good, so I don't know. Maybe horizontal's good.
But
me, I gotta stop buying medium shirts. Like,
yeah, it's even worse now because we have social media, and that comparison is. Oh, I don't follow anybody fitness. I see health related stuff. Delete, block. I can't do it. It's just too triggering for me.
Talk about mindset. I think getting into a mindset where every time you do, I think you're cutting off. That's one mechanism, but another mechanism is to get into a mindset of finding reasons why you don't like that person. I'm sorry, I thought about it. I was in the gym today, and there was this woman and amazing, like body fucking amazing. But then I'm looking at it, I'm like, mindset was that's not even attractive to me.
Yeah.
And I think just getting in that mindset is something that you have to, like you said, mindset, just like making a conscious decision to change that mindset.
Yeah.
And I think if you're making more aware of it, you're conscious of it, and you're bringing that to the forefront, then everything else to the forefront. That's a step.
Yeah.
And you'll slip and you'll keep going back and you'll have bad days and whatnot. But yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's good. I like that actually, because mindset is a huge thing.
It is huge.
Huge thing. I don't. Let's see. I was thinking this song might be pretty good.
Is this Sinead?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was.
A remake of, or no? It did. Who is this? Kurt Cobain. What was? Nirvana.
Yeah.
So they remade Sinead then?
Did they? Yeah, she
because
came
Sinead was
first.
way before.
Yeah.
It's appropriate. Mute's coming off. Well, Amy, thanks for coming on this time and taking Mallory's place. Are you going to come back?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yay.
Awesome.
Well, maybe you'll let me talk a little bit next time. I don't know.
I know Dad took a lot of complaints.
I know, I'm talking to today.
He got his energy back. That $12 he made.
Because I have no trips coming up or anything. I'm like, oh, wow, this would be great.
You're so boring.
Well,
All right.
All right. Well, this has been another episode of Subject to Change. I'm Sarah.
I'm Amy.
And I'm the monkey in the middle.
And everything is fine.